It's time to get ready. It's time to get ready. It's time to get ready. Time to get ready. Time to get ready. Whoa. Wake up. It's time to get ready. It's time to get ready. It's time to get ready. Time to get ready. Time to get ready. Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from New Jersey, it's Roland, brought to you by Diplomacy Clothing. Negotiate with style with Diplomacy Clothing. Thank you to Diplomacy for sponsoring Off the Bench. Roll, the NBA is still suspended. But right now, the thought is we're just going to jump right into the playoffs mid-June.
Essentially.
These standings, and I'm like,
Read them off to me, brother man.
I wonder why Kenny Atkinson got fired for the Nets being a 7 seed. But that's neither here nor there.
That's neither here or there, man.
That's for another episode I already did.
See, go check that out.
But look
Link
at
in the
this.
description.
Looking at the standings right now. If the playoffs were to start in mid-June, we'd have the Lakers going against the Grizzlies in round 1. And boy, oh boy, am I excited to see Ja Morant cross up Rondo in Staples Center.
You're gonna try to dunk on him. You're gonna try to dunk on him.
But
for sure.
But damn, if I'm not excited to see Ja Morant cross up LeBron, cross up that entire Lakers squad,
and dunk on Anthony Davis.
Ooh, that would be amazing. And just,
would be.
It would be a great sweep. The most famous sweep in sports history.
I'll say this: it would probably be the most entertaining sweep we would have watched in quite some time.
But you know what? Good for the Grizzlies. I mean, obviously the Trailblazers would be out of it, and it's such a shame for Melo and Dame Lillard.
You know what's the bad rep here? And the bad rep's going to be, any team Melo goes to now is just no longer good. You know that's what people are going to say. You know, that's just what the reps are going to be.
Personally, I'm hoping he stays in Portland another year. Make a run for
run it back.
Run it back.
Yeah, for sure, run it back.
Because honestly, a lot of hates on Melo, and you know Melo's one of my favorite players.
Yeah, that's his guy. He's a fellow Knicks fan. You guys did it now.
Syracuse and Denver days has been my guy. But honestly, him coming in so late into the season really hurt because there was obviously those games where he needed minutes restrictions just to get back into the game plan. And they were really a lot better team with him on the court.
For sure.
But kudos to the Grizzlies for having a successful season.
Ja Morant's had been nothing but spectacular since he. I know we get all in awe about what Zion's doing, and Zion's going to be great if he stays healthy. I don't doubt that. But I mean, Ja Morant, man, he has what it takes. He has what it takes to be a better Russell Westbrook, and by better I mean his mentality. I'm a stat pack myself to a triple double and get all these assists and rebounds. It comes natural to him. Like when you watch him play, he's a natural scorer. He wants to score the ball, but he understands when his guys are open. He's gonna make the right play.
I'm gonna give a hot take right now.
Okay.
Say that Ja Morant right now is a more athletic player than Russell Westbrook in his prime.
That's a hot take, guys. That's a hot.
Scorching hot
it's
take.
Hot. That was a hot one.
Well, that's the 1 and 8 seed in the West right now. The Clippers would play the Mavericks if the playoffs start today.
Okay.
And you know what? This would be interesting because I'd have the Clippers.
Listen. I don't got my fun guy jersey on right now, but trust me, I'm a fun guy. I'm all about some Kawhi Leonard, man. All about some Kawhi. What it do, baby?
But this is going to be interesting because it'd be a great test for Porzingis and the Mavericks. And I say Porzingis and the Mavericks, and not Luka and the Mavericks, because I know Luka is going to ball out.
For sure.
My concern is Porzingis. The hell what he's going to do? Because he's never had this kind of success before in his career.
You want to know what's crazy? Although I think we can, I don't think. I won't say sweep. I think Luka's too talented for them to get swept.
Right.
It'll probably go 5. Like you said, it might be a competitive 5. It might be a competitive 5. But here's what I want to say about that. Porzingis has the possibility. He has the talent to literally make this a 6-7 game series. He has just the talent alone. Because nobody on Clippers is going to be able to check that man. 7 foot. He's going to get whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Seamlessly, whenever he wants. And I like that Luka's going to get this playoff experience. You're going to battle. He's going to see Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. They're both going to be on him. He probably going to get some Pat Bev. So he's going to get great defenders, and it's going to be a great experience for them. They're going to lose, obviously. Nobody's going to pick the Mavs here. I don't think Mavs fans are picking the Mavs, but it's going to be competitive.
Oh yeah, no, definitely for sure. And you're really going to see what kind of player Porzingis really is, and whether and whether giving him a max deal was worth it, because
I don't think it was.
They need to mesh well together against the Clippers and play well together.
Mm.
And it has to be even if they lose in 4 or 5 games, it has to be a team effort. It can't be that Porzingis went 0 for 21 or something like that, which he's done before in the past. He's won.
Yeah. I don't think he will with Luka on his team. I think Mark Cuban and Rick Carlisle, Luka, the basketball minds there are strong. They know what they're doing there.
And then the next matchup in the West would be the Nuggets and the Rockets.
Ooh.
And the Joker is going to have the paint all to himself. And chaos is going to be... it's real Dark Knight Joker-esque, this matchup. Because
this is going to be a 3-point shooting barrage, folks. If you guys like watching your threes fall, listen, that's what you're going to see. It's going to be nonstop threes chucking it everywhere.
And the only people from Joker himself. See, I would not be surprised if there's an instance where Joker crosses one of the Rockets up and shoots a 3 over him.
Poor PJ Tucker, because it's going to be PJ Tucker, and I feel bad for him. It's going to be him. I'm sorry.
And bless PJ Tucker for playing the 5. And follow D'Antoni's.
I would have fought D'Antoni the moment they traded.
I would have demanded a trade right then and there. Just cut me.
Me and D'Antoni would have been in the office fighting the moment I found out Capella was gone. It would have had to been a fight. I'm sorry.
But do you think the small ball in Houston would be enough to overtake the young up and coming Nuggets? Because remember, this is the second year in a row they're a top 3 seed.
As much as it's going to pain me to say.
Oh, no.
I'm going to take the Rockets, man.
Ooh.
And here's why. Listen to me on this one. What Denver does really well is run and, shoot. That's essentially what they do. They run and shoot. There's not much defense being played there. They're not even really crazy on rebounding.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, like Joker's their center, and he's 6'10", 6'11". His shot, I think they're going to force him to shoot a lot of threes, and he's not that kind of guy. Like, he can hit, but I don't think he's that consistent. And if James Harden gets him in foul trouble, he can literally be played off the court, And the Denver Nuggets can't afford to let that happen. I'm gonna say Houston in 6. That's a gut feeling. I'll say this: if Denver's gonna have to win on the road, regardless. They're gonna have to win on the road. If they can go into Game 3 tied and win Game 3, I think that Game 3 is gonna be the determining point. Whoever wins Game 3, I think wins the series. Yeah. I think Houston will win Game 3. That's why I'm picking them to win. But if they can win that game, it could go to 7.
Yeah, I can see your point.
Who you got?
I have Houston as well. Only because the Denver Nuggets are so young. But I have Houston winning in 5.
Okay.
Because I think, Denver's probably going to win one at home. They have to win one at home. But
the greatest home court advantage probably in the league.
Yeah. But James Harden and Russell Westbrook, they're too hungry.
They're too hungry, man.
They've gone through a lot of crap the past few years.
And who's guarding that? Who's guarding them? They don't got.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone on the Nuggets that could guard either one.
One of them. So it's almost
if you
like
guard one of them, then the other one's going to go off. And Westbrook right now, he's trying to prove a point to all his OKC haters.
This could easily be a series where Russ just averages triple-double and just literally by himself carries them right by him.
Yeah, he could. And James Harden, he needs to pretty much prove to the world that Russell Westbrook, his best friend, is the partner in crime he's been looking for.
He always needed.
Because he's had Chris Paul, he's had Dwight Howard, and they all failed to get even to the Western Conference
The
Finals or
Western
to the
Conference
finals.
Finals. No, they got there. They
They got
got
there
there,
with
but they
Chris
lost
Paul,
it.
but
Yeah, they
the
lost in Game
finals,
7.
everyone expected them to make the finals that year. I think.
I did. I did.
and
I thought so.
and Harden, he has a point to prove with the rest of the league. So he has to at least just get out of this first round and not get.
If he can just average what he averages in the regular season, even 2 under wouldn't necessarily call for us to crush him. He can't afford to go out there and shoot like 3 for 18. It just can't happen. You can't. He's too good to let that happen. The team's too good to let that happen. I think, like you said, either 5 or 6.
Yeah. And then the last matchup in the first round will be in the West. Jazz Thunder. And boy, everyone thought the Thunder were going to be a lottery team.
Higher than Shane.
Let me put my hat down. But
Right.
Chris Paul really, wow, what he did something to this Thunder team because they're right now.
Brought that leadership.
That
Brought that leadership. That
40-24
Russell.
record was supposed to be reversed, and Chris Paul was
Nobody.
supposed to be out of that OKC team by the deadline.
And let me tell you, this is what good leadership will do for a team.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody's going to sit here and say Russell Westbrook's worse than Chris Paul. We know that's a lot. We know right now Chris Paul is nowhere as good as Russell Westbrook. But he's way better at leading a team. And he is showing that now. Like, I'm a firm believer, I always said, if he was there that game 7,
Yeah,
that they ended up losing to Golden State, they don't lose.
right.
Because
I agree.
he's a steady ship. You know what he's going to give you. He's going to play tough defense. You said they're playing who?
Jazz.
Mike
Jazz.
Conley has not been good there.
That's at the time that move made a lot of sense.
It still does.
Okay,
It still
Conley
makes sense.
Mitchell,
Yeah, it
that
still
would
makes
be
sense.
that's a great one mentor to Donovan Mitchell, 2 a great point guard for Donovan Mitchell to just play at the 2 and do his thing
And learn from.
Yeah, and then it just went to shit, and Mike Conley did not fit well with that team, and
Here,
thankfully for them, they're a
I got a
4
hot
seed.
take.
You got a
I
hot
got a
take?
hot take. Rudy Gobert will be traded next year, either
Ooh.
during the off season or at the trade deadline.
The COVID man himself.
So now, some of it does fall on some of the reports that I've read, but it just doesn't seem that
Right.
Rudy Gobert, what he does well, is going to work. What Utah really lacks is another scorer. They got obviously Donovan Mitchell, Spider Mitchell, but they got a bunch of guys who can heat up and get you 20, but they're not a constant 20. Now, what they thought was Mike Conley was going to be that guy. They thought Mike Conley, plug and play, he's going to get you 18,
Yeah.
8 assists, Like I say, just haven't matched. I don't know, some of that injury might have just took it out of him. It's completely possible. But Rudy Gobert, I think there's some problems with him and Mitchell. I don't think they're all eye to eye. And I just want to be shocked that the Utah Jazz won't just, decide to help their young star out, and because it's almost like a Steven Adams, Russell Westbrook situation.
True.
Donovan Mitchell exceeds at getting to the rim.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a guy already in the rim, what's he going to
You need
do?
some more spacing for a guy like Mitchell to succeed on that.
See, so I definitely could see Rudy Gobert getting shipped here, and but we gotta get back on subject here.
Jazz Thunder.
I'm gonna take Jazz. I'm gonna take the Jazz still. They're just better than Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City is a fun story. Utah Jazz is a decent team. I think decent team beats good story. So,
Unlike you, I'm a big I'm really into college basketball, so we can't talk about March Madness right now. My
unfortunately,
Cinderella in June is gonna be the Oklahoma City Thunder, and that
so you got
leadership
them
from Chris
winning.
Paul and Danilo Gallinari is gonna earn himself a brand new max contract out of nowhere, and they're gonna go off and win in 6 against the Jazz.
Now you got them in 6. I got Utah in probably the same 6.
In the same 6? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So then we have the Lakers advancing, Clippers advancing, Jazz advancing, and the Rockets advancing.
Yeah.
So out of those teams, who do you think makes the finals?
George, that's a rough one, my man. Because then you're asking me to pick between, and you know how much I love LeBron. George can tell you guys.
Oh,
Don't know,
oh my.
couldn't nobody tell you that I don't love LeBron James, but I've watched Kawhi Leonard, man, and here's the thing: everyone kind of forgets this because it gets kind of forgotten now that he won the championship in Toronto. That he had that Warriors team with Kevin Durant down by like 20 something at Golden State, and if he's there, they probably win.
Yeah.
You know, they probably win, and Kawhi Leonard is taking this leap right before our very eyes. Where I almost said his game reminds me of Michael. Like his will to win is stronger than I think anybody else. Maybe not LeBron's, but will to win is like, I mean. But for those reasons, I'm still not going to pick the Clippers. I'm going to ride with LeBron here.
Wow.
I think it's going to be 7. I don't think, regardless who, if the Clippers win, let me tell you, if the Clippers do win this series, it's going to be simply because Paul George showed up. It's not going to be because Kawhi did anything differently. I expect Kawhi to get 36 and 4. You know, something around those lines. We know LeBron's going to do his, AD going to do his. I just don't believe Paul George is a big time player. I think he's a great player. I don't know if he's a playoff player. And I think Kawhi is going to regret the decision of asking for him to be his sidekick, opposed to not just saying, "Hey, man, I'm going to join this Laker team, but LeBron's gone in 2 years, and it'll be me and AD." You know. And I'm not sure. Everyone's like, "Oh, he would have been riding LeBron's coattails." I'm not sure that's the case. But give me Lakers in 7.
I got Clippers in 7 because I think the Clippers.
If they're a wrong pick, if they're really a wrong pick, we know we're talking LA.
Both teams are extremely good, and I think it's safe to say that we both pick either team to win the chip.
I don't care who comes out the East.
That's why I'm saving the East for least.
Least? Okay, gotcha.
Looking at the Lakers roster, I'm like, yeah, Alex Caruso, you know, he's had some nice moments. He played some good games, but can you really trust him in a playoff scenario?
No, I don't even think he sees the floor in a playoff scenario, honestly.
And I think Kuzma's in LeBron's doghouse, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him traded in this offseason.
For sure. They'll move him.
Howard and JaVale McGee at center, I mean, yeah, but maybe Dwight Howard after he left Orlando. If we get that Dwight Howard, then I'd say, yeah, Lakers 6-7 games. But if they had that Dwight Howard,
this season going at 4 or 5. They might sweep them.
Oh yeah. And just looking, and yeah, they have Marcus Morris's brother, but Marquise Morris didn't do what his brother did in New York, and become the god for a team that's 20 games under 500.
I mean, that's something we want to be proud of. That's something we want to be proud of.
But the point is, the man can score.
Gotcha. I got you.
And he can light it up when needed. Off the bench, starting at the 4 or the 3, whatever you ask for him, he can give you 20 points straight.
For sure.
I like the supporting cast and the coaching on the Clippers side.
Everything says Clippers, except when you get down to the nitty gritty, the meat and the potatoes, man. I'm telling you, it's the meat and potatoes. Because we watched LeBron overcome the 7. Come on, work with me, guys. 73 win Golden State Warrior team, and won in Golden State. You know, I mean, if he could do that.
I mean, I get your point, but last year Kawhi made a believer out of me, and I'm about to call my job
jersey,
and say I need
my jersey's in the pocket.
Load management. I can't come in.
Man.
But now looking at the East, I mean 1 through 8, it's Bucks, Raptors, Celtics, Heat, Pacers,
This is
Sixers,
where this is the part
Nets,
of the video.
and Magic.
This is the part of the video where the audience is going to skip because they know the East is.
I mean, it's the Bucks. Let's just move on. It's the Bucks.
I mean, no, no. Let's be fair to the teams. Let's be fair to the teams. We'll be fair.
I mean, I started off the segment talking about how you can fire a coach for making a 7 seed without your two best players. So I'm very against that decision. You can watch it in the. There's going to be an eye
I think
on
that was.
YouTube with
I
that
think that was.
video right there.
I think that's a player's move. I think that was.
That was definitely a KD/Kyrie move to get Kenny Atkinson out there, because you were not expected to make a top 4 seed. But then the Magic, they make the playoffs. Good for them. That's good for Aaron Gordon and his development to get more playoff time. The Raptors shocked the world by being competitive and being a top 3 seed.
Pascal Siakam, man. He's their guy.
Oh yeah, he's the main guy now, and we got Kawhi to thank for that.
For sure.
Truthful. But then you look at the rest of the seeds. I mean, Philadelphia really sputtered after they lost Jimmy Butler. There really
Big
isn't
loss.
any scoring from anyone. Joel Embiid.
Do you think they regret keeping Tobias and not paying Jimmy, or do you think
if I was a betting man, I would have signed Jimmy Butler over Tobias.
Tobias Harris?
Looking at the Heat, I mean, the Heat already having a better season than the Sixers.
Sixers.
And the Heat already have this center, Adebayo, I think is.
Bam.
Bam.
Yeah,
Bam.
Mm-hmm.
And he's killed it for him. So now they not only have Jimmy Butler, but they also have this Bam Adebayo, and he's killing it. The Heat,
Tyler,
the dark horse.
None. They got some pieces there, man.
But honestly, outside of the Bucks, like the Heat are the only other team that jumps out at me that can make a run at the finals.
Now this is where we stray a little bit because as good as you think the Heat is, I think the Celtics pose the biggest threat here to the Bucks, and I say that because we are literally watching. I think something really clicked when Kobe passed for Jason Tatum, man. But like he has, like it almost like he just took this burden on. Like I have to, like literally Mamba mentality. I have to get us there, and he is demanding the ball more. He is posting up more. He is so confident with that shot now that I think Giannis and the Bucks would be sweating if they had to face the Celtics. I think it would be like they probably would believe they couldn't beat them. I think.
I can see that. I mean, that Jason Tatum really has turned into that one piece that they were discussing on getting after acquiring all those draft picks. So that
you now see why. You now see why they didn't want to mention him in a trade.
True. But looking at this, I mean, the Bucks and the Heat would have to face off in the second round. Celtics and the Raptors would face off in the second round.
We could easily say that second round matchup with you said Bucks and the Heat, right? That might decide the East right there.
Yeah.
And somehow if the Heat could find a way to upset the Bucks, I then think it's Celtics East to lose.
Yeah, I mean the Celtics are the 3 seed right now,
Mm-hmm.
but looking at these standings, I mean I don't see how you don't choose. I understand everything you said about Jason Tatum, but
Mm-hmm.
the Celtics path is a lot easier, I think, than either the Bucks or the Heat.
But see, that's why. See, now, like, you got to think about this, man. How much it would have been so easy for the Raptors last year when they had that close battle with the Sixers to just say, hey, man, we may not have nothing left in the tank for Milwaukee. And we watched Kawhi limp down the court. And, I mean, just that's why I say his will to win, man, is strong. But I think that's what it's going to be. I think Jason Tatum's will to win is going to be stronger. I think Giannis is mentally fragile. I don't think he's.
He was exposed last year. If we're being honest, he was exposed.
Honest, and if you looked at it, the Raptors didn't scare you with block presence, and the Celtics either. The Celtics don't scare you with block presence either. But if they build a wall and force Giannis to, hey, you're going to have to shoot that jump shot. You're going to have to. And Brad Stevens is a great mind in basketball. He's going to do his part to keep Giannis from dunking every time. So I think it could be competitive. If we're just gonna skip right to it, you're gonna have to give me the Bucks in six.
The Bucks in six
It
to make
could
it
be.
to the finals.
No, I said Bucks. I'm sorry, guys. Celtics in six to make
Celtics
it
in
to the
six
final.
against the Bucks.
hmm hmm I think they get the Bucks.
I can see that.
hmm
Yeah,
But
I mean,
but
I
go on,
go.
go on. Tell me why you're gonna pick the Bucks.
Now that I'm thinking about it, and I did remind myself through our last convo that Giannis did get exposed. He got exposed by Kawhi.
Yes, yes, guys. I'm convincing him. Roll with me.
But for that reason, I see the Heat and the Celtics making it because Oladipo, I don't know if he'll be enough in Indiana, and they really need to build more around Oladipo now that he's healthy.
Healthy.
I'd
They got to
say
move off Miles Turner.
I'd say
He's a
Celtics
good
against the
piece,
Heat in
but
seven to make the finals.
you think the Celtics are going to beat the Heat in seven?
In seven to make the finals.
Let's
Because
go,
now
guys.
looking at everything, I mean, yeah, I like the Heat are my dark horse,
Mm.
and yeah, we started off with the Bucks, but really that's scary that Giannis got exposed that bad last year by
That
Anthony
badly,
Davis.
man. That
It
badly.
was
And
it
you
was
can.
bad.
I
And
know you have Kawhi on you, man, but at some point, if you're the reigning MVP, you have to.
yeah,
You
you have to
have
turn
to.
it up another level. You have to do what you're not normally doing. You have to
Yeah,
like
like
LeBron when he won his MVPs, he was shooting threes when he wasn't supposed to be shooting threes.
close to shooting three, man. You got to raise your game.
You're supposed to expand your game to levels of uncomfort just to try to win the game.
And
But
Chris Middleton's just not a good second option, or consistent enough second option for me to believe he can take some of the weight off Giannis.
they should have just
Yeah,
let him get the money in New York, man. They were willing to give him all that money to be a number
or
one
should
guy.
have. Honestly, should have.
But now we have Lakers Celtics on your end and Clippers Celtics on my end. Either way, that LA Boston rivalry is back.
It's renewed, baby.
So, who do you have?
I think we already agreed that whoever wins that Western Conference matchup is going to win the championship.
How many games?
Now that's not going to say that Jason Tatum and his Celtics won't keep this thing competitive because they for sure will, for sure will. Um, I I'm going to say give me they won't sweep them. Boston's too much pride for that, and Brad Stevens is too good of a coach to let them get swept. Give me Lakers in six. I
Lakers in
don't know
six.
how. I don't know how sold I am on that. It could be Lakers in five, but for the sake of Boston fans who could be watching this, I'll give them the hope and say six because we watched the Celtics was basically next to nothing challenge LeBron and his staff to what they got to seven. So
Yeah.
why can't this team get it to six? You know.
See, I hear you, but since
But
I
see,
picked
you
the
got the
Clippers,
Clippers. Yes.
I got them in five. Got the Clippers in 5 games to win against the
You
Celtics.
know. You know what? If we're talking Clippers, I think I. I don't know, man. That's tough. I won't argue with you. I won't argue with you.
I mean,
All right.
I wish you do.
I mean, it's and I want to I want to give people something to listen to here, but I mean, everyone watching this understands like the Clippers and the Lakers are nearly neck to neck here,
They were
and
practically fighting for free agents and trades, and
essentially, um,
whatever player the Clippers picked up, the Lakers picked up some other player.
I'm just gonna keep saying, man, size matters in this game,
Yeah,
and the reason why I have possibly Lakers at five because AD will just be too much for the Boston Celtics. Like, they just won't have. They just wouldn't have anyone physically to post up with this guy. And
true.
I think
They don't have Al Horford anymore.
the Clippers game is a little more perimeter oriented.
Which is why I picked them in five because I think the Clippers' perimeter defense will be too much for the Celtics, and Jason Tatum won't. It'll be great experience for him as a young player, but it won't be enough.
Okay, all right, guys. So how about this? Who we'll start with you this time? Finals MVP. Let me have it.
Me, Finals MVP. No, it has to be Kawhi. It's got to be
Okay,
Kawhi. Unless
okay,
it's only Kawhi unless Paul George goes off. He goes off in the
fair,
finals.
fair. Um, you want to care to give me a stat line or what you think your MVP gonna have here?
I want to say 27,
Uh-huh.
6-5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Braun. Obviously, I think Goat James is gonna do him again, and he gonna give you his classic 28, 10 assists, and I'll go off on him saying he'll get 8 boards a game.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. That's definitely a LeBron-esque stat line.
Yeah,
But now I want to
he
bring
might
it
get
to,
more.
I want to bring it to the YouTube viewers. Sorry, Spotify listeners. Go on the YouTube if you want to chime in. But we're gonna put a little poll. Who do you think is gonna win the
Yes,
NBA Finals? We're gonna put
yes,
we're gonna put Lakers, Clippers, Celtics, and then other. And we'll
another.
see. And then drop right in the comments who you think are gonna win the NBA Finals if the playoffs started in mid-June.
Mid June.
But thank you,
All
Roland,
right.
for joining on the Diplomacy Clothing Hotline. Negotiate with style with Diplomacy Clothing. Links are in the YouTube description.
And Instagram as well. We'll be shouting that out as well. Make sure you copy your merch, regardless of where you find us at.
Yes, Instagram, all the links will be in the YouTube description. Thanks for joining me, Roland. We'll see you next time on Off the Bench.